Can you feel it, Detroit? The electric charge crackling through the city, the quiet before a storm that might just redefine our Lions forever? Are we standing on the edge of a seismic shift so powerful it could finally dispel the shadows of the past and launch us toward glory? Because insiders are whispering, whispers so loud they're shaking the foundations of Ford Field, rumors swirling in every corner of the NFL grapevine. Shockwaves ripple through the front office and coaching staff, a tantalizing secret that's been simmering beneath the surface of this quiet summer, threatening to erupt. And if this trade rumor no, this near-certain blockbuster move actually comes true, the NFC North won't know what hit it. Imagine a force so rare, so raw, so explosive landing on our defensive line. A player with the kind of speed that rewrites the record books. A presence on the edge that could turn every opposing quarterback's nightmare into our daily reality. That player? None other than Thibodeaux, the Oregon powerhouse. 5th overall pick in 2022, a defensive end whose blend of athleticism and relentless motor has NFL scouts and fans alike buzzing in disbelief. This isn't just any trade. Rumor. It's a potential game changer that fits perfectly opposite Aiden Hutchinson, our own rising star, injecting fresh elite firepower into our pass rush. And the timing couldn't be better. Look back with me. Remember those gut-wrenching losses that felt like they stole our pride? The rebuilds that wore on our souls? The endless wait for a defense that could roar like the legends of '57? Detroit has been starving for this kind. A promise, the kind of hunger that turns hope into heroics, that transforms every off-season whisper into a rallying cry. But let's not pretend it's all certainty. What if this high-risk gamble fractures the locker room? What if the chemistry that Dan Campbell has painstakingly built hits a rough patch when a new personality rolls in? What if the fusion of these raw talents ignites not just a fire, but a conflagration, pushing the Lions to the fiercest playoff run we've seen since Barry Sanders dazzled us all? Pause on that thought. The explosion of potential, the clash of dreams turning into relentless pursuit under the bright lights of the postseason. And just when you think you've grasped the full weight of this moment, imagine this. If the domino falls, if we pull the trigger and Thibodeaux truly suits blue and silver, it might just mark the beginning of the wildest, most exhilarating Lions offseason we've ever witnessed. One packed with hope, grit, and the kind of suspense that keeps you on the edge of your seat, heart pounding as the countdown to training camp ticks down. Detroit, this could be it. The moment that tears down the wait, the moment that fans across the city have been aching for, the moment our roar grows louder than ever. So, mash that like button and drop your belief in the comments if you're ready for the Lions to flip the script and rewrite history. We're standing at the brink, and the whole NFL should be watching. Because in this city, hope isn't just a word, it's a hunger, it's a fight. And if this trade goes through, it's the battlefield where our Lions finally rise to claim what's always been ours. Raise your voices, Lions faithful, and feel the mighty thunder roll through Detroit. Because what's looming on the horizon isn't just another all-season tweak. It's a seismic earthquake threatening to shake up the entire league. Behind the scenes, tensions simmer as rival front offices tremble at the prospect of Detroit's blue and silver tidal wave crashing down, while whispers of locker room chemistry, sparking or splintering, swirl like an electric storm around the coaching staff. The man in charge, Dan Campbell, the relentless bulldog who's forged this team's spine with his gritty passion and raw emotion, faces the most critical test yet. Can this gamble on Thibodeaux fuse new fire with Hutchinson's relentless fury, or will it fracture the brotherhood painstakingly built through blood, sweat, and losses we swore would never happen again? Flash back to the darkest depths, the 0-16 wreckage that felt like a curse on our pride. Detroit soul ravaged and gasping, yet never broken. Remember the Calvin Johnson era, when hope exploded in dazzling plays only to be crushed by playoff close calls, each heartbreak searing deeper into the city's collective heart? Recall the wild card losses that snatched victory from our jaws. The cruel end zone fumble that Dan Orlovsky could never shake, the firing of Jim Caldwell, and the uncertain path that led us here, to last year's breathless playoff run that left. You was aching for more and hungrier than ever. These memories fuel us, sharpen the claws yearning for redemption, and now, with Thibodeaux's name echoing louder through NFL circles, the Lions stand on a precipice where history's ghosts either animate a legend reborn or a cycle unbroken. Envision the NFC North trembling as Minnesota, Green Bay, and Chicago brace for an onslaught, electrified by a blue and silver blitz, engineered to tear apart offensive lines and shatter quarterback dreams. This isn't just a trade rumor, it's a declaration of war, a bold move echoing through the corridors of power where coaching gambits and front office chess matches blur the line between brilliance and disaster. What if this furious fusion of talent shatters defensive records and propels the Lions deep into October, November, December months where the city's spirit is tested in playoff battles that could finally rewrite the script? Or what if, beneath the roar, fractures appear, personalities clashing, the subtle poison of doubt creeping into a locker room driven by heart but vulnerable to discord? And as the stadium lights blaze brighter and the crowds roar with spotlights on Ford Field that feel like the entire world is holding its breath, we must confront the burning question. Can Detroit's Lions seize this moment to roar louder than ever before, to transform agony into triumph, and finally stake their claim among the NFL's elite? Or will fate deliver yet another soul-crushing twist just when victory seems within reach? The clock is ticking, the tension is mounting, and the answer lies just beyond the horizon. So Detroit, are you ready to unleash the storm and roar into a new era? Or will this promise slip through our claws once again? And so, Detroit, I ask, are you ready to storm the gates of destiny with Kirby leading the charge? To seize this moment before it slips like smoke through our fingers once more? Because when the lights dim and the crowd quiets, one question remains burning hot. Will this be the year the Lions finally roar louder than the ghosts of yesterday? Or will the cycle of heartbreak claim yet another victim in the shadow of Ford Field? Because in Detroit, football isn't just a game, it's a fight for identity. A roar passed down through generations who've known more pain than parades, more grit than glory. But every season, every snap, we come back louder, prouder, and more determined than ever. So whatever storms ahead, whatever headline hits next, just remember we don't flinch, we don't fold, and we sure as hell don't back down. We are Lions, and one day soon the league won't just hear our roar, they'll be silenced by it.